Hello everyone, my name is John Paul, DayTradeToWin.com. Today we're going to cover how to orient the targets and the stops automatically once you enter into the trade. You can see here 36.3550. If I wanted to go long at 36.3550, take a look at the current conditions and choose an ATM strategy based on the current conditions. I'm going to go over this in just a moment. So let's say 36.3550 is the entry, 36.3550. So I'm going to place a long trade here with the goal of being filled. And once I'm filled, the target as well as the stop is placed for me. So how do we do this? How do we do the target and the stop automatically being added and placed for me? So if I take a look here at the ATM strategy portion of NinjaTrader, it allows me to configure as templates different variations. When the market's slow, take a trade or a profit target for that trade with a smaller target and stop. If the market is more volatile, take a larger profit target, and you probably have to have a larger stop. So these are instances of price action that you should be aware of when the market's volatile. Completely different way of trading when in comparison to the market is slow. So you come down here to the ATM strategy and we choose custom. And let's say that you want to create an ATM strategy, which is really another way of saying automate the targets and the stops for me. And you come here and you say, I want to have a profit target of just 1 point or 4 ticks, because that's usually for scalping a smaller target and a smaller stop. So 4 ticks, remember the parameter type we're using is ticks. Ticks is the smallest increment the market could move up or down, regardless if it's points, ticks, cents, half a point. It doesn't matter. That's the universal smallest increment a market could move here on the price ladder, a tick. So a 4 tick profit target, and let's say we have a stop of 8 ticks. Now we're going to save this as a template. We click Save as a template, and we're going to give it a name. I already have here 2 created, but we'll call it a 1.4 tick target. 1.4 tick target. And the goal is to have the targets and the stops, like I just did here, placed for me automatically, where I don't have to fiddle around, or I don't have to identify at what price I want my target and at what price I want my stop. It will place automatically the target and the stop for me based on whatever template I chose. So I created a template, I saved it, and now you see here in the drop-down menu that there's 3 options. Let's say the market is more volatile. Remember, I use the ATR, the average true range, with a setting of 4 to tell me what I can expect as far as a move or a distance that the market can make at the moment. So if I come down here and I say, well, I want to have a larger target and a larger stop because sometimes the market is more volatile. So I come here and I choose custom. And let's say that you want to create a larger profit target. Let's say that the market's really volatile and you want to have a profit target of, let's say, 12 ticks. 12 ticks is 3 points on the E-mini S&P, and you want to have a stop that's a little bit larger. Let's say it's 20 ticks or 5 points on the E-mini S&P. Again, you come here to save as template. You choose on the ATM strategy here where it says ATM a name, give it a name. Before you enter the trade, this is very important, before you enter into the trade, remember that you have to choose one of the templates that you created, or else it won't work. And you can't change it after the fact or after you enter. So you have to first choose the correct template that you created. Let's say that it's 1 point, and then you can go ahead and place or enter into the market. If you do it the opposite, it won't work. It won't retroactively understand that you entered into the market but then chose the template. You have to choose the template first and then enter into the market. So in this specific trade, I'm using the Trade Scalper software, and the Trade Scalper software gave me an opportunity for 36.3550 to go long. So when that happens, make sure that you first look at the current conditions that exist here. This is the average true range indicating about a point, and then choose the target and the stop based on the templates you created, and then enter into the trade. So that's how it works. Now I'm doing this trade in a simulated environment just to give you an example and to show you. Typically trades like this on scalping, you don't hold on to them for quite that long. If the market doesn't go in my favor at break even, and you remember, you can still move these trades to exit the market. You can still move them around after they're placed for you. They're not set in stone. You can still move them. You can still push yourself out of the market. You can put this at break even. You can still add contracts if you needed to. Just remember that if you do add another contract, you have to make sure that this is chosen correctly, or if you want none, let's say that you don't want any, right? That you don't want any ATM strategy whatsoever, you will have to manually enter the stops and have to manually enter the profit target. If you have any questions, email me at support@DayTradeToWin.com. For those of you who emailed me on the orders for today on the Trade Scalper, here you have them. This is for today, all the signals that happened here. Short this morning, a few longs here this morning, and here we are right now. The market's a little bit on the slower side. If you look at the ATR, it's about 3-tick target, or 0.935, which is less than a point. That is the current conditions. The market is getting slower and slower. The next mentorship class begins December 30th. If you're new to day trading and want to learn more on the benefits of trading the markets, visit DayTradeToWin.com, join the next mentorship class starting later this month, and subscribe to the Day Trade to Win YouTube channel. We focus on price action and work exclusively with new and beginner traders who want to learn more on how to prosper from trading.